All right, this boy right here, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. He gets me excited, bro. I really like me some Podziemski.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
All right, guys. So let's talk about Brandon Podziemski. I actually will be honest with you guys. I have been recently trying to look into all of the draft prospects just so I'm not blindsided on draft night. And this is one player that I've been looking into. And I came across this. So San Antonio Spurs rumor mill. Jeremy Sohan actually reached out to Podziemski, not only because he will be the third, I guess, or I don't know if he's the third. I don't think it's the third ever, but he will soon join Gortat and Sohan as Polish NBA players. And Sohan reached out to him about playing for the Polish national team. And I looked into him, and I have to say he is really good, like really, really good. So I'm gonna look at his stats with you guys, and then we'll also talk about like his pros and cons, at least how I feel about it. And ultimately, we'll look at what the draft experts have to say. Experts, but even them, sometimes they're kind of off. But let's go ahead and look at the stats really quickly. So first and foremost, with Santa Clara, he averaged 19.9 points per game, 8.8 rebounds, 3.7 assists on 48.3 field goal percentage. And he had some very impressive games here and there. Early on in the season, he started off with a 30-point game, 9 for 20. Then he went for a 34-point game, 10 for 16. He had a few 27s in there. He's had another a nearly 40 points in a game. So he can definitely put on points. And dude, that was 61 on 62% field goal percentage. And 3-point percentage in that game was nearly 55%, 6 for 11. Absolutely incredible. So you're probably wondering, well, why the heck would he land to the San Antonio Spurs if he's so good? Well, there's some cons to his game. But before we do that, let's go ahead and talk about the pros. So Podziemski, how do I feel about him? Well, pros wise, his IQ, very high. Okay. He's more so like a combo guard. I know people say, is he a pure point guard? I think he's more so just a combo. But with that being said, he has a phenomenal catch and shoot game. He has very high release, very high arc, pretty fast release, decently fast release. And yeah, like I said, his basketball IQ is definitely there. Offensively, defensively, he lacks a little bit, but his defensive IQ is definitely there as well. So what's keeping him out of the first round? Why would he land to the Spurs at 33? In my opinion, I think it has to do with that athleticism. Don't let this fool you, okay? Don't get me wrong. He has some athletic ability. He got some bounce to him. But the problem that he has right now, and this can be fixed, is his first step. His first step is absolutely dreadful. So while he's crafty and he has high basketball IQ and he can find ways to score and get past his defender, shoot very well, shoot off the dribble, great pull-ups. He has all this to his game, right? Even a good post move or post game for his size. He has all of that. But the problem is, yes, he does lack athleticism. So he's going to really have to work on that. Strengthen his legs, do quite a few drills in order to get better at that first step so he can get past his defender, because that's kind of the bigger issue right now. And I think that's the same issue defensively too. So I think that he is in the right place at the right time often. I think that his defense is decent, but the only problem is he just doesn't have the physical ability to match what his brain wants to do. You know what I mean? So overall, he is a really good player. And I think that he will be an absolute steal. And I love the fact that he already has this connection with our boy Sohan, who's already reaching out to him. So let's go ahead and look at what they have to say about him. Honestly, I can't believe I didn't have it up. Hold on. Podziemski. Pros and cons. I never look at the pros and cons before I do any video on any draft prospect. Oh, here we go. All right, so let's go ahead and scroll down. They say solid shooter. Oh, by the way, 6'5", which I think he's 6'6". This might be wrong. But anyways, moving on. He's a solid shooter, decent scorer off the dribble. I would give him more than decent. He needs a better adjective than that. Really good scorer. Solid playmaker, yes. Solid rebounder for his size. That is something I did not necessarily look into. So hold on. That's probably important, isn't it? I'm so sorry. I end up deleting the tab just to talk about the pros and cons. Here we go. Let's go to it. Yeah, we mentioned the 8.8 rebounds per game, but let me see here. Oh my goodness. There's some games in here. Like, I know that the competition isn't, you know, like phenomenal or nothing like that, but there's some games in here that's really impressive. He had 23 points, 18 rebounds. Yeah, that is really impressive no matter what level you're playing on there. That's pretty doggone good. Oh no, he is 6'5". All right, okay, corrected myself. All right, moving on. Adequate defender. That's what I would say. Adequate. Like, I think that his brain does the right thing. He has high basketball IQ all the way around. It's just his body can't match it. Above average athlete, yeah. Lacks. Oh, there it is. Lacks an elite first step off the dribble. Yes, that's exactly what I noticed. His first step is just not there, non-existent. So he's gonna have to work on that. May struggle to adjust to a reduced role on offense. Possibly. I don't know if that should be a con. That's kind of a weird thing. That's a what if. I don't know. Can be undisciplined defensively. I think it just comes down to his athletic ability, honestly. Not an elite athlete. Yep, agree. Limited experience against top competition. And we just mentioned that. So yes, see. Brandon Podziemski, so kind of tough to say, is an agile, skilled swingman that can shoot and score the basketball. Don't forget crafty, okay? After barely playing at Illinois last year, he transferred to Santa Clara and is having a very good sophomore season. He's been terrific as the go-to scorer for their team, but may need to show that he can also be able to adjust to more of a supporting role in the NBA. I don't think that will be an issue whatsoever because his catch and shoot, I think it's like 46% from what I've seen. But it's really good catch and shoot. He'll be fine. He'll adjust. He's really great off ball as well. So yeah, just overall, man, he's good in the pick and roll. He's good. I really like him. I'm sorry, guys. I'm stumbling over my words because I like him so much. And I don't know, man. I was really huge on Terquavian Smith, but he's kind of taking my heart, man. He's taking my heart. So we'll see what happens there. But he does have a connection to the Spurs, and I think that will be a great look for us. So anyways, I'll get with you guys later. If you want to support the channel, clanthemerchfan.com, or become a patron and YouTube member, only $2 a month. Until next time, man, bye.